In the early 1990s, at the absolute peak of the golden age of alternative cinema, one name appeared on more marquees, more catalog covers, and more industry award shortlists than almost any other performer alive. Not a Hollywood director, not a studio executive, a former competitive swimmer from Halifax, Nova Scotia, whose real name almost nobody knew. The world called him Peter North, and what he built would outlast almost everything from that era. But here is what every retrospective gets wrong about Peter North. At the very peak of his fame, when major studios were building entire production schedules around his name, he had already begun building something most performers never attempt. Not an exit, a company, a legacy, an empire. We will get to that. But first, Halifax, 1957, and a boy with no idea what the cameras had in store for him. Born Alden Joseph Brown on May 11, 1957, Halifax, Nova Scotia, he was a disciplined, physically gifted, competitive swimmer, the kind of athlete who trains not for glory, but out of pure, focused obsession. By his early 20s, the pool had stopped being enough. Like thousands of ambitious young Canadians before him, he crossed south into the United States, and the independent film industry found him almost immediately. His early appearances under the name Matt Ramsey drew instant attention. Then came the rebrand, the persona, the name that would define an era. Peter North arrived, and within 2 years, he was not a supporting player in someone else's story. He was the story. Through the late 1980s, Peter North achieved what no male performer in the genre had managed before him: genuine headline status, co-billed alongside the era's greatest female icons, contracted by Vivid Entertainment, Wicked Pictures, and VCA. His output ran to several hundred titles across 2 decades. The AVN Hall of Fame inducted him. The XRCO Hall of Fame inducted him. 2 institutions, 1 verdict. Peter North was not part of Golden Age cinema. He was one of its defining architects. But what separates Peter North from the performers who simply faded is this: at the height of his fame, he stopped being the product and became the producer. Alongside fellow Golden Age icon Kobe Tai, he co-founded North Pole Entertainment, an independent production company that released hundreds of titles and generated revenue entirely independent of his own appearances on screen. The athlete's discipline, redeployed. The performer's instincts, redirected. The boy from Halifax had built something the Golden Age rarely produced: an institution. Discipline, reinvention, the refusal to be forgotten. Peter North chose all 3, and history remembered him for it. Was he the greatest male icon of the Golden Age? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for more untold stories from the era that cinema history forgot. We'll see you there.